polycystic ovarian disease, abnormal facial hair, hirsuitism, male type facial hair in case of a woman, hypothyroidism, obesity, irregular menstrual cycle. These diseases may have the different names, but if you inquire about the cause of the disease, then you will find these are the different branches of the same tree. That means the cause of all these ailments is the common, that is the hormonal imbalance. The glandular system, particularly the endocrine gland, here goes wrong. That is why it gets reflected in these various forms of diseases. Now, when you go to a homeopath for the hormonal imbalance, we have several remedies like calcarea carb, iodium, natramute, sepia, etc. Today we will discuss about the remedy sepia, when to give and how to give. In order to give sepia, it is important to know the origin of the disease, where the problem has started, why the glandular system went wrong. When you inquire about the details of the patient, you find in the teenage, the girl would be a very energetic girl, very active, ready to take many activities promptly. But over the time, she has become sluggish, a low spirit keeps covering her. Once upon a time, who was maintaining a very sharp figure, now has become obese. Under depression, she goes on eating. She is now no more interested to do any activity. The people come and say that the lady in our house doesn't want to enter into the kitchen anymore. She is bored of it. So these are the later on manifestations. Where is the cause of the disease? Where it started? Why this change has happened? In our patriarchal society, the division of labor is quite clear. Men for work outside home and women for the work inside home. That means a woman should do the home works like housekeeping, raising the child, take care of the family members, all these. In case of sepia, this traditional schedule of work of a woman is being challenged. Sepia lady wants to break this barrier of this division of labor. She gets bored with this monotonous work of housekeeping, child rearing, nurturing, caring the house members, all that, and living within the four walls. She is a free person. She wants to move freely. She wants to develop her own identity, her own initiative. When this independency is being blocked or barred or stopped, she is being prevented from pursuing her initiative, then the sepia pathology starts. As long as the girl remains unmarried, she enjoys the freedom because the parents, they give as much as freedom. So once she gets married, the freedom faces the first compromise, that is the compromise with the spouse. She has to balance with the husband's attitude. In case the husband becomes a dominant person or a rigid person, then she may have to restrict her ambitions. She may have to change, compromise in her lifestyle. These are the places which brings the disease into her. A lady recently said, she was under my treatment for hypothyroidism. She said, after the marriage it was horrible. I found my entire lips covered with the blisters, fever blisters. And it was very awkward because people used to come to the house to see the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law is having such a badly looking lips. Why? Because after marriage, the change in the lifestyle, that brings a stop in her independency. There develops the Sepia pathology. Next, after giving birth to the childbearing stage, where the mother has to stay inside the four walls, compromising all her occupational involvements. Now she is attached with the child, she cannot compromise in that. So there develops Sepia pathology. There she develops hormonal imbalance, there she develops the mood swing, there she develops anger. How the Sepia anger? When Sepia lady is angry, she doesn't want to talk with anybody. She has aversion to talk with anyone. She says that, just leave me alone, I want to stay alone. She withdraws, just like an oyster gets itself withdrawn into a shell, she gets withdrawn. And in anger, if you try to console her, she will cry out. She doesn't want your consolation. What she wants? She wants sympathy. There is a difference between consolation and sympathy. Consolation, we say, oh, this is happening with you, don't worry, very soon you will recover, this is the fate, so please bear with this because you have to do this. This is the consolation. This doesn't give her soothing effect. But the sympathy, oh, so sad, you are compromising with your lifestyle, you are taking such a big responsibility, you are a great person, you have a lot of power in you, so we are really proud of you. These are the sympathetic words. If you sympathize with her, then she will break this closed boundary and she will come out and she will again socialize herself. When she expresses her energy in full-fledged way, that is the best time the Sepia lady enjoys. The women say that whenever I go and play badminton, I feel relaxed. Otherwise, throughout the day, keeping myself inside the home, I feel as if I am in a cage. Then, along with that pathology, what are other symptoms we find? We find there is a dragging down sensation. Where? In the uterus there is a dragging down sensation. The woman says always there is a bearing down sensation. There is a feeling as if the menses would appear. That is called the dragging down. In the urinary bladder there is a dragging down. So there is a frequency of urination. In modern system, that is diagnosed as overactive urinary bladder. Frequently you have to go for the urination. You cannot hold the urge for urination. So the urinary bladder is dragging down. Once upon a time, the eyes used to be very attractive. The women used to have very attractive large eyes. But over the years, the eyelids starts dragging down. So the eyelids are largely covering the eyes. So there is a dragging down of the eyelids. Behind all this, we find the cause when the independency is being obstructed. Usually it is found when we have a dominating father who doesn't allow the daughter to realize her dreams or to take the initiative that she has thought of, or a rigid husband who doesn't understand that I should give some space as she needs, and then the Sepia pathology starts. Because she thinks my external world is very limited now, and I am being shut inside the shell. So this is the limited world only I have to live in. So in such cases we give Sepia. Sepia, we have other clinical symptoms like white discharge, leukorrhea, etc. and indifferent towards the spouse, and irritability, anger, outbursting of anger, all those things. But main cause has to be kept in mind. The restricted independency of a woman that leads to Sepia.